Iye wickedness undebel nama. Neve wickedness undebel nama. Neve biojo undebel nama. What the good have good airborne no no the good thick forest no nime the good apinafu what the good ime the good airborne no nwere onye kwet onwe do onye egwu kwe na mma ebu moto wee bịa ebe a nwere onye egwu kwete na mma ebu moto wee bịa ebe a negodu nọ nna m bi ya na ụlọ nna m nwere bi n'ime ya nwere nji eko the guru of chemistry a pharmacist negodu nwere nji eko nwere nji eme ọnụ maazị Libia na-ewu ewu onye a mere m ife mbụ agbagide m afa ya si na-egbata ya n'afa nwee chọji ejebe na skuul luo na skuul ọ bụla ọ nọrọ ebe a njụba eze asị m na-atụbugoli akpa ilo people nwere obi n'ụwa ahụ people nwere obi n'ụwa a na emego m ife ebe owute m people nwere ajọ obi n'ụwa a m na-eji everything dị mme chọba ndị a n'afọ Chineke ka m na-agwa ya ọ da partial stroke onwere onye na-emefe ya ọmụrụ nwa nụrụ nwaanyị onye alinube nwaanyị enusi iso wajipụta ọ ya bụ ọpịa ndị ọzọ 10 ihe ọ ya apịa mbụ 30 ọ sị m na ọ chọọ ka m baa ulu na ọ m emete n'ụwa ghọta ihe o ji apịa m nke m karịa na o nwere ihe dị iche n'ime m ọ nụrụ nwaanyị ọmụrụ nwa nwere sọsọ nwanne ya nwaanyị ka m kpọtala fon onwe ndị nwere obi ọjọọ n'ụwa. This man gave his all ka skuul a wee gaa aga negoro ka skuul si tụpụta ya kọmanda ụka ọnụ ọ bụrụ na m amara ihe nna akọrọ gị ọnụ ọrụ n'ụka nwe skuul a negoro ka esi rapụ nna m ọ na-ata afọ n'elu ijiji ka ọ na-efegharịsị ya na-arụ mama ịmara onye dị ife a onye zụtara onye dị ka ma ọ bụ obere mmadụ ịmakwa ya dị ife a onye material ụwa na-achọ achọ ebezina akwa mpa ebezina onye material ụwa na-achọ achọ dị ife a na-emego m ihe anya mmiri.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. Depending from where you're watching us from, this Biafra Watchman TV. We are live and we are direct. If today is the first time of coming across our video, please like, subscribe, and share. If what we are doing, if the way we are propagating the gospel of Biafra, you like it, please subscribe, like, and share. Quick one, I believe you all listening to Mazi Dibia. I believe you all listening to him. When I was watching the video, at a point, I became so emotional. You know, you will not understand the damages. You will not understand the gravity of damage or damages Nigeria is costing us, is causing we Biafrans on a daily basis. The level of damage, physical damage, psychological damage, spiritual damage Nigeria is causing us. The more we remain in Nigeria, the more everything about us depreciates. The more we lose our conscience as a people, unlike what we are known for before. Before we were known as Onunubewana also. Whenever you see your brother in problem, his problem will be your problem. But it's no longer so. Because according to Mazi Dibia, he said, even the school, he sacrificed all his life to build. They were the people that chased him out. What a callous attitude. What a barbaric attitude. Does it mean that people no longer have conscience? Does it mean that people no longer have empathy and sympathy? According to Mazidibia, he said throughout his life, no woman. You will discover that this person, if it happens to be in Western world, they are the philosophers now. They are the philosophers. You know, that Mazidibia, the guy is well read. Sometimes when I'm watching the guy, I see how vibrant and articulate that guy is. So wow, this guy is damn vibrant. Now, according to him, he said, that Mazidibia, people are hearing all over the world. Look at the man that made him what he is. Just imagine talent. When it comes to chemistry, according to him, he said he's how will I put it now? His authority in chemistry, his authority in calculation, because you cannot know chemistry without calculation. In other words, his authority in calculation. But look at him. Even the school, he sacrificed all. Couldn't build a house for him. I was emotional. It's only in Nigeria you will see such thing. Even other African countries, I don't believe you will see such. Do you see what Nigeria have cost us? Do you see that Nigeria have made us as a people not to have empathy and sympathy again? The more we stay in Nigeria, this is what we got to be seeing. You want to tell me that if Biafra happens to be here, that this kind of man will not be first class or senior citizens? His type in other Western world, they are referred as senior citizens. But look at, so bad. The damages Nigeria have caused us. This is a man that happens to come from an enclave or from a place where all known resources, natural resources, God blessed that place with the resources. But look at him. And not even an uncompleted building. God-forsaken place. Right in the thick of forest. God. As I was watching the video, I said, I know this man must have made some certain pronunciation. No, reincarnation is real. If somebody who knows him very well should ask him or interrogate him, you will know that he must have confessed that in his next life, nothing concerns him concerns education. Nothing concerns him concerns discipline. Because his act of discipline that made him not to even marry, not to even have children. Now consider the level of discipline. At that age, never sleep with any woman. He will be pronounced, he will be saying it in his next life. This kind of life that he lived that made people to reject him. In his next life, he will not. He happens to come to life again. You see him, you see a child chasing women up and down. You will not know what he suffered in his past life. Reincarnation is real. You must be confessing on daily basis that this kind of life he lived that made people to reject him, that made him to be a rejected person, despite giving all to the society. All his life he used it to serve the society. What did he get in return? This thing you are seeing is what he got in return. In his next life, he will vow not to. But let me not digress. This is what we are seeing. Do you see the reason why we are talking about Biafra? Do you see the reason why we keep, if you see us talk, if you see us, talking about Biafra, propagating the gospel of Biafra, it looks as if we don't know what we are doing. This is part of the reason. This is part of the reason. Because if we happens to have this nation, Biafra, man, forget about what we are doing. At Jalfufua, man woncha maka Biafra. They want that Biafra. And then we will man other possible now. Certainly, if Biafra comes, I am winning the internal rancor. That internal rancor will be the moment of what? Cleansing. The moment of what? Modifying how our society will be. And there will be what? I am going to do a canon. Okay, when I get it, now people are off. Some people will off. But after that, we will rebuild our place. We will shape our place. Other nations that got their freedom. That's how it happened those places. It's quite unfortunate. So sad indeed that an authority in chemistry that gave all. Look at the example. Mazidibia is a typical example of one of the people. He made what they are. Just one. So sad. So sad. You see, if you have volunteered yourself to propagate about Biafra, take it serious. Take it serious. Because this opportunity you have now, you might not have it again. Now you have opportunity to propagate about Biafra. Take it serious. Propagate it with all truth and honesty. Have it in mind while propagating Biafra. Know that generation yet unborn or generations to come will reap your labor today. And you will never be forgotten. History will forever be kind to you. Be serious about it. Be dedicated about it. Don't let anybody deceive you while propagating this Biafra. You are a human. You have a discerning spirit. There are some things you will hear or there are some things you will see. Reflect on it. Ponder on it. You will know the one. You will know what is right and what is wrong when it comes to this Biafra restoration. Moreover, however, MNK have taught us to a point that you don't need external person to even, you don't need much teachings to know what freedom fighting is all about. When you are getting it right in fighting for this space for freedom, you will know. When you are following the multitude, when you are following the crowd, you will know. Because this man took his time to lecture us to a point that he mapped out every Friday for question and answer. He will always say, come with that your difficult question that you must get answer. People we are calling all over the world, sharing ideas and opinion. What else do you want to know? Haven't you learned enough to know the direction you ought to go in this quest for Biafra restoration? Haven't you learned enough from MNK? Imagine all his life he dedicated it, because he dedicated it in lecturing your people. and what freedom fighting is all about. Don't you know the man will be, MNK will be disappointed where he is. He will be asking himself, on Obranda will spend his years educating. Why is it that in his absence, all the things he taught them, they couldn't implement it, it couldn't be a guideline. Moreover, all his teachings, they are there in YouTube, they are there in Facebook. If you get confused at a point, go back to his teachings. I could remember when Ambazonia, when all this katakata was going on, one of the leaders of Ambazonia, though he has compromised, black people, DCOG, they put their stomach ahead of their freedom. They don't know the benefit of one writing his name in the book of history. I'm talking about Capo Daniel, who was second in command to Dr. Shoayaba. He had capitulated. But I could remember when all this rancor was going on between Autopilot and DOS, when DOS people called him for an interview, he told them, you guys don't, MNK have taught you guys all. If you get confused at a point, go back to his teachings. Let his teaching, let what he taught us be our guardian destiny. He said, MNK have said, he has given us all. That it's time for us to utilize all those teachings he taught us then. So I don't see the reason why somebody who said he's a student of Radio Biafra, he has been following MNK, should be misbehaving now. Should be misbehaving now. You ought to know when things are going right. You ought to know when somebody is at the right track.